said, what is number one in your life? God or your wife? No, my wife. No, definitely my wife, 100%. You say, look at you. See, these people hate you, baby. This is like she can't be number one. She gotta be number 2 or 3. Let me tell you something. The moment you put God as number 1, nobody fits on number 2 or number 99. God does not allow any competition. So even if I put my wife as number 9 billion, God will say, so you think we are that close? So number 1 in my life is my wife. And why is she number 1 in my life? Because life is God. See how you miss it. So God is in a category of his own as life. And inside him, my number 1 is my wife. See, I told you this, Lord. They're figuring out. They're trying to figure out. I think something happened from here. By the Spirit of the Lord. May it not jump to this side, please. You see how you were having a problem? This is the thing that I've been wrong for years. Where I thought God should be number 1 and my wife number 2. So you begin to make a lot of mistakes because your wife is number 2. I cannot stay married with you for 40 years just because your eyes look sexy. Your lips may look sexy, but they don't make me marry you for 30 years. Because I understand one thing, we ain't gonna be kissing for 24/7. I need your mouth to be speaking something sensible in the time when we were not kissing. I feel somebody is not hearing what I'm talking about.
Watch this. Boys don't marry because boys are amateur. Now hear me. Can I talk to you? The Bible said, for this cause shall a man. He didn't say a boy. A boy a man is one that is well developed. Mentally, emotionally, physically, psychologically, spiritually. A man is one that have come of age and understand responsibility. Number 2, men marry for purpose. Boys marry for sex. The Bible said, for this cause or purpose shall a man, not a boy. Boys are dependent. Men are independent. Say, I hear you. Until you are independent of your father and your mother, and you live on your own and you are paying your bills, paying light bill, water bill, paying IRS SNIT, and taking responsibility and keeping your house clean and neat and decent, and knowing how to take care of your shoes and your socks, you are not qualified to marry.
Love, more than emotion, is an act of the will. Love, more than emotion, is an act of the will. You can choose to love. That's not where we're going. And I also want to tell you that it's probably not wise you lay a fleece. In other words, you don't say, God, the next person that walks through that door, may he be the one that I'll marry. That seldom works out. What I am saying is that there's something that we notice in the story that is pivotal. And that is that others outside of Isaac himself were instrumental in choosing his bride. You've got Abraham, who is praying, his father. You've got Eleazar, the trusted servant, who wants to please his father Abraham. You've got God, who is concerned, and there's a man who lays a fleece before God. A trusted servant and a praying father. Now the question is, why? Now hear me. Young people, your parents have wanted to say this to you for a long time, and they're going to be thankful I'm telling you. That when you start dating, your heart begins to flutter, but your mind stops working. Now, Pastor Jeff, how do I know if I'm ready though? I'm glad you asked. Number 1, how old are you? What? That's none of your business. Well, the divorce rate of people who get married at or below the age of 22 is twice as high for those who wait until they're 24 or older. Why? I'm going to answer that below. Second question, am I running from something? Sometimes a young girl or young guy would say, I am so tired. I'm so tired of my parents' authority. I don't like the rules and restrictions and parameters. So there's this guy over here that seems to take an interest in me. I'm going to marry him, move in with him, whatever, to get out from under my parents' authority. Let me tell you what you do. Now you not only have one authority, you got two. And you don't know much about the second yet. Sometimes people will say, well, I'm in an unhealthy home. My family is dysfunctional. Whose family isn't dysfunctional? I've never met one yet. Sure is not mine. So I'm in this unhealthy family, so I'm going to move over here with this guy and hitch my wagon to his wagon, and we're just going to go through life together. And what you do now is you have two dysfunctional families to deal with. And sometimes it's because of loneliness. I'm just so lonely. I need somebody to share my life with. Which brings up the third question, am I looking for a Savior? There are young men and young women who will say, man, my life is so bad. If I could just have a husband, if I could just have a wife, all my problems would go away. Let me tell you something about marriage. Yes, intimacy is included, but it's also dirty dishes, bounced checks, financial crisis, communication glitches, career struggles, time pressures, mortgage payments, and all that's BC, before children. And then when the children come, it's poopy diapers, and waking babies, and little to no sleep, and fighting over the television and the remote, and determining whether or not you're going to watch another episode of Monday Night Football or another chick flick. Young ladies, it means his waistline is going to expand. His hairline is going to recede. See? And men, listen, it's for you, it's being introduced to something called the mother-in-law, the biggest challenge of life. And under your wife's arms, you're going to get all loose and flabby over time. That's right. So then you will know if you really mean it when you say, till death do us part. Okay? Am I ready? Am I old enough? Am I running from something? Am I looking for a Savior? Before, how long have I been dating this person? Now, stay with me. No final point here. We're going to close this thing out.
You know the meaning of husband? No, I think some of you don't know. You think husband means the male partner in a marriage. No, I think that's what you think, some of you. You think husband means the male partner in a marriage. Husband does not mean the male partner in a marriage. Husband means master. That's what it means. Not the male partner in a marriage. But that's the reason a lot of problems among Christians in their marriage. I mean, the marriage in Christianity for most people is just a flop. Why? Because they don't agree with God's definitions. They have theirs. They say they believe they're equal partners. A lot of times, listen to two people that have just gotten married. A lot of times, it's the woman that speaks first. You see, I just thank the Lord for my husband. Let me tell you something. If you want to live according to the Bible, according to the scriptures, then understand what the word says. The real